Honestly, he passes the basketball. He can handle it off a rebound. He moves it, post moves. He's improved his outside shot. But
Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Here at the Staples Center, the fans here in Los Angeles amping up for the Clippers. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Jay Crowder out there with Gerald Green. And it's Horford in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Now here's Redick. Have the space. There, but it's offline. What a season for Al Horford last year. Such a great display from him and his team as he led the Hawks to the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
And for all the team accomplishments the Hawks had, Horford was able to hit some of his own milestones as well. Had his first career triple-double last season.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
That's his first.
And, you know,
J.J. Redick has shown steady improvement in his game. He entered the league as a spot shooter off the bench. Last season, averaged over 30 minutes a game for the Clippers. He's come a long way.
And Redick has improved every phase of his game over every year, especially in the area of efficiency. Shooting over 47% from the field last year. And Greg, that by far the highest in his career.
Yeah, and his mid-range jumper last year, just automatic. The turnovers per minute averaged also ridiculously low. It even improved as a defender. Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
Upside Thomas. The three. And Gerald Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, nothing wrong with fighting for the rebound, but he gets nailed with the over-the-back call.
And, Greg, you know I was an offensive rebounder in my day. And I like that kind of aggressive play. But he's got to do a little better job of trying to get position earlier in that case.
That's a good point. Positioning is so vital when you're trying to rebound the basketball. And that's something that wasn't on display on that possession. I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Right wing. Puts up a three. And the shot's good from Crowder.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Clippers have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. And it's Paul penetrating. Pierce kicks to Griffin. There's the bucket. Good. Griffin's got his second basket of the game.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Out left to the wing. Here's Crowder. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
The Celtics really seemed to get better as last season wore on, too. GA finished the year looking very dangerous.
Man, Kevin, with the Celtics, they were dynamite after the All-Star break. Had the second-best record in the Eastern Conference post-All-Star.
The shot by Jordan, no good. Celtics leading by 4. Paul, right side. Pierce, wide open. He fires. And again, no good by the Clippers.
You know, one of the big things for the Celtics after the All-Star break was they played smarter. I mean, they went from the middle of the pack in terms of turnovers to a team that rarely made mistakes.
Paul against Bradley. Paul kicks to Redick. Jordan with a screen on Tubbs. Top of the key. And yes, sir, that one drops.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Yeah, that's a good point about the Celtics and their turnovers. Last year, after the All-Star break, they were 4th in the league in limiting their mistakes. They played well beyond their years down the stretch.
So, for the Clippers, Cole Aldrich. He's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Crawford comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Felton in for Chris Paul. The Celtics also changing it up. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Horford. Brown comes in for Gerald Green. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Avery Bradley. Now here's Pierce. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And the layup's good off the glass. And this game is tied up now.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball. Kevin, just enough presence to bottle that three-point attempt there.
Yeah, but for a guy that shoots it as well as he does, I'd say that is an easy look.
Offensive rebound. Another shot. Here's Aldrich. Stolen by Thomas. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Snatched up. To the wing on the left. Now here's Smart. Pierce covering. Smart kicks to Brown. They get it back. Los Angeles is gone 0. Two from deep here. In the corner, it's Crawford. Tries from 10, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. One thing about Jamal Crawford, he is the definition of a streak shooter. When he's hot, baby, watch out.
Yeah, I mean, he's a combination of craftiness and athleticism. It makes him very hard to defend. He can spot you up, run you off picks, drive past you. This guy gives you the real deal. No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
It's Thomas outside. Boston again missing.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Here's Griffin. And Boston with the rebound. We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter to end the drought. Rebound by Raymond Felton. Los Angeles leading by 4. Tipped away. Thomas with the steal. Pierce with the steal. Outside Felton. And there's the feed to Pierce. Misses the 3. That will count. No good. And Clippers head coach Doc Rivers told us earlier he went.
Expectations are good.
Doc Rivers is really a master motivator, isn't he? I mean,
Yeah,
it's almost jiu-jitsu, the way he takes something like criticism and Clark turns it into a compliment.
How could you not want to play for Doc? I mean, he's the ultimate players coach and the kind of guy his players would do anything for. He's played the game, and he's a tremendous communicator.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. And it's happening out at Staples Center, where the Los Angeles Clippers will be going up against the Boston Celtics. Taking a look at the Celtics, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And for Blake Griffin, he's improved his shooting to expand his range over the last few seasons. Shaq, he seems to have just about everything you want in a power forward.
Yeah, he's very, very strong. He can hurt you with his back to the basket or facing up. You know what, Ernie? He shot over 40% from mid-range last season, and he could put it on the floor. Not like me, but he can put it on the floor.
We've got an electric crowd here in Los Angeles at the Staples Center. We've got the Boston Celtics facing Los Angeles. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Jay Crowder out there with Gerald Green. And it's Horford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Boston took a lot of steps forward last season with their coach, Brad Stevens. Still, though, their defense was near the middle of the road. That will need some tweaking.
Yeah, and you could say that seemed to be the limiting factor, Kevin, in how far they eventually went. Strange, given how several years ago they were an offensive juggernaut.
Paul, no one around him. The three-pointer, no good. Boston with the ball. It's a three-point game. Thomas's shot is off. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Pierce. It's tipped.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Thomas, it's a wide open look. Drains the three-pointer. Thomas got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Now here's Pierce. He's guarded closely. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field. The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, I caught up with Coach Doc Rivers. Coach said a main goal of theirs is to prevent easy looks from outside. He told me closing out hard on all their shooters is going to be a very big key in this one. If we can't bother their shooters, it's going to be an awfully long 4 quarters for us, gentlemen. We'll see how it turns out, guys.
Doris, thank you. Obviously, Clark, the 3 ball is a big concern for any defense.
Well, yeah, it is, Kevin, but the upside is you're not getting broken down in the lane and you're not giving them free throws, but you still have to challenge those shots.
And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And here's Boston, trailing by 2. And for all of the improvements he's made to his game, one wonders why Blake Griffin isn't a better shot blocker. I mean, he clearly has the motor and the athleticism, but for some reason over his first 5 seasons, he's averaged only a half a block per game.
The Celtics shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
Now here's Paul. The kick out to Pierce. At the elbow, Paul. Off the left rim and out. And regarding Griffin's low block shot number, for some guys, they simply lack a certain field part for blocking shots.
Yeah, you know, there's something about the aptitude for shot blocking that sometimes is understated. Just because you're a high flyer in the front court doesn't mean you're going to block a lot of shots.
DeAndre Jordan has been extremely productive over 7 years. That makes it even more unbelievable that there was some question, Clark, as to his commitment to basketball coming into the league.
Yeah, you know, on talent and athleticism alone, he would have been a top 10 pick for sure, but he slipped to the second round, and he's made good on it, though.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Crawford comes in for Paul Pierce. And it's Felton in for J.J. Redick. Crowder kicks to Horford. Boston, no good that time either.
And watching DeAndre Jordan, he's really refined his game over the years without losing the athleticism. He's that rubbery, long-limbed athlete that transcends age. And so far, I've seen zero drop-off in his leaping ability and quickness, but no question he's improved his skills and IQ.
Green with a screen on Paul. The drive by Green. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Crawford outside. Griffin against Green. Griffin's shot is off.
And talking about DeAndre Jordan, he is displaying an energy level that many scouts wondered if he had. Let's face it, he underachieved a bit in his 1 year in college. He knows that. But when it's come time to do it at the highest level, DeAndre has risen to the occasion.
Felton. The shot is off. So the Celtics will take it the other way.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
No, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's his first foul.
Yeah, not afraid of the physical play, but he still needs to stay under control.
Yeah, he obviously was not under control right there. Not much doubt he was going to get whistled for the over-the-back call.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan, and it's Rivers in for Paul. The Celtics also with a sub. Olynyk's checked in. Rivers can't get it to go.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Horford, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounceability.
Now here's Crawford. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. 1:10 left here in the opening quarter. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Boston making some changes. Amir Johnson's checked in for Horford. Brown comes in for Crowder, and Marcus Smart is subbed in for Green. Crawford kicks to Griffin. There's the pick. Felton attacking, and he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here's Smart. He feeds it to Brown. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. Thomas, no good.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going in this quarter.
Crawford, no luck.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Thomas goes in. Again, Thomas missing.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Felton kicks to Crawford. Good. A nice assist from Felton.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular...
Got it! He got it!
Just in time!
What a shot!
And he...
And Blake Griffin grew up playing the game alongside his older brother. His dad was his coach. Well, talking about taking the right course, we know that the older brother of Blake Griffin, 3 years older, you know, he played, as did Blake, for their dad, Tommy, in high school, and they were terrific high school players and 4-time state champions.
I mean, it always helps to have a big brother who's kind of been there and done that and can share those experiences with you. Doesn't hurt to have a dad also who's a pro player either, and also a college coach.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Really, it's always a positive when you can get some impact off your bench.
Always nice to have firepower coming from the reserves, and they've had firepower and then some so far.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Celtics, Smart and Bradley the guards. Olynyk is out there with Amir Johnson, and it's Brown in at the 3. Marcus Smart was drafted to the Celtics as their future point guard. He came in with a lot of work to do and a skill set that people really liked. But his first season, Clark, was a roller coaster.
Yeah, it really was. He was an off guard in high school and in his first year of college as well. Really only played full-time at the point the year before he was drafted.
And the wide open shot from Redick. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Celtics trail by 5. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Brown the pass to Bradley. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Pierce has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. The pass to Rivers. To the paint. Kicks it to Redick. From the arc. Rebound by Olynyk.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often. Don't you love the chemistry? Those guys work so well together in the open floor.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. You know, you work hard all season, Greg, to try and get into the playoffs, then get a favorable first-round matchup. How about the Clippers last year? Followed those steps. They're rewarded with the first-round matchup against the defending champions of the league, the San Antonio Spurs.
And not only were the Spurs the defending champions, but they came in playing terrific basketball down the stretch, which is kind of what they are noted for. And the Clippers, though, did well, even though that was the case. Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
It's Pierce on the wing. Releases. The shot misses. Great D that time from Green.
Boy, I tell you, it was a tough road for the Clippers in the playoffs. They get by the Spurs in round 1 in a 7-game emotional series, then immediately have to go up against the Rockets in round 2.
Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And Pierce, here we go. Ball outside to the inside. The shot's good from Aldridge. And the Clippers lead by 4. The Celtics have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter.
And we all remember the Clippers would go up 3-1 against the Rockets. They had that 19-point lead in the fourth quarter of Game 6, but couldn't hold on to it and lose Game 7. And it was one of the biggest series collapses, really, in postseason history.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
Shot by Crowder, no good.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry. I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Griffin's checked in for Aldridge. Crawford comes in for Paul Pierce. That's Felton in for J.J. Redick. Thomas checked in for the Celtics. Here's Green. Nice D from Griffin.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
And it turns out it's going to be a foul. He was hoping for a clean block, but the officials felt otherwise, so we'll see some free throws here. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
Crowder with it. He's against Jordan. Just 5 to shoot. The 3 from Thomas. Rebound by the Clippers.
And Isaiah Thomas, traded last season from Phoenix over to Boston, seemed to be a matter of fit and not production as to why they moved him.
1:29 left to play in the first half. Soft touch off the glass. Thomas got 7 points.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Crawford kicks to Griffin. And he goes big with the dunk right over Al Horford.
Oh, my goodness. He's just getting nasty on him now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really puts out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
And that replay is sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Rivers, he's checked in for Chris Paul. The Celtics also changing it up. Olynyk, he's checked in for Tyler Zeller, and it's Brown in for Crowder.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Oh, here we go. Crawford all alone. He gives them a double-digit lead. And now it's a 10-point Clipper lead.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep. Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Olynyk. They grab their own miss. Goes back up. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
The Celtics have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. He's perfect from the line this time. Five seconds left in the first half of the game. Rivers. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so that's the end of the first half. The Clippers on top. They lead by 8. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The biggest lead of the quarter was only... And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after...
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Nice game. Great performance by Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. And it's Pierce in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Well, you can see a change in the play with the Celtics after the trade deadline last year. Adding Isaiah Thomas gave them some pop off the bench and really created some balance for them offensively.
Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Yeah, he was boxed out and tried to get the rebound the only way he could.
Yeah, he got straight over the back and on top of him there, too. So nothing subtle about that one.
And it's Paul penetrating. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Paul's got 8 points. And that was something the Celtics needed, adding Thomas, a player that could come in and provide Clark instant offense for them off the bench.
And Kevin, I think that was a turning point for them last year. I mean, they saw that they had a chance to make a big leap forward after the trade and responded accordingly.
And guys, as much as Isaiah Thomas can help you on offense, at times he can hurt you on the defensive side. Immediately posted up by whomever he's guarding, you have to get help. And, of course, that leaves your defense vulnerable, particularly on the weak side and controlling that defensive backbone.
Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Los Angeles. They set the pick. Paul missing again.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Crowder dishes to Thomas. And the wide open shot from Green. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got 3 assists now in this one. Greg, you're talking about Isaiah Thomas before. Certainly his short stature limits him on Clark, the defensive side.
Yeah, but you know what? He doesn't rack up a ton of skills given his instincts and quickness. I think he really focuses on making his impact at the offensive end.
Outside Brantley. And Horford wide open. He shoots. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Clippers leading by 4. Pass to Paul. From deep. And he gets the bucket. Paul's got 5 points in the quarter.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
The feed to Horford. Thomas a screen. Horford kicks to Bradley. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Redick passes to Griffin. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 5th rebound in this one. There's Thomas with the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Aldridge has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Redick dishes to Paul. Pass to Griffin. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Pierce wide open. He fires. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And the Clippers making a change here. Crawford's checked in. The Celtics also changing it up. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Horford. Johnson comes in for Green, and Marcus Smart is subbed in for Thomas. Crawford, no one around him. Los Angeles with another miss. Celtics trail by 10. Olynyk sets a screen for Brent. Beyond the arc. Good.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Partner, that's assuming they can continue that hot shooting. But if they do, and especially if they can get a few stops, you have to think they'll make this thing interesting.
Smart kicks to Johnson. Here's Olynyk. That's in, coming off the assist from Jackson. Olynyk's got his first bucket in this one.
Textbook. Nice pass, great catch, even better finish. And Coach Doc Rivers wears multiple hats for this organization. Not only is he the head coach, but also in charge of all basketball operations, really the leader in a lot of ways for this team.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Jordan, he's checked in for Pierce. Felton comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Austin Rivers in for Paul. Boston also with the sub. Brown, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. No coverage that time. Thinking about Doc Rivers being a leader, he was like that on the floor, Clark, as well. You know that. You went against him.
A leader and a winner, no doubt about it. And there have been a lot of coaches that came from this old Celtics team. And of all of them, perhaps the least surprising is Doc Rivers for the reasons we just mentioned. Leader and coach on the floor.
Jordan the screen. It's up a 3. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Celtics trail by 5. Clark, this offense has really been clicking.
No doubt about it, giving the defense all kinds of trouble.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Smart passes to Olynyk. And he dunks it down.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he fixed the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Boy, for Jamal Crawford, guys, it's been a really good career. Not many guys can maintain his level of quickness after 15 years in the league. I mean, but last season, he finally started to show a little wear and tear.
Crowder, he's checked in for the Celtics. And back to Crawford last season. Look at that.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Here's Rivers. Here's Griffin. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Griffin's got 6 points.
Yeah, sloppy D there. You can't let him get the ball in his hands down there.
Extremely untidy on the defensive end. I mean, when he gets it in that close, that's an easy bucket.
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Here's Felton. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Olynyk is out there with Horford. Then there's Smart. Then there's Brown. And it's Thomas in at the 1 spot. Jordan dishes to Crawford. 6 to shoot. They set the pick. Fires at the elbow. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Celtics trail by 4. Brown kicks to Horford. Back to Brown. Passes it to Smart. He kicks it to Olynyk. Goes up from the top of the key. The shot is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Rivers with it. Now Thomas defending. Here's Jordan. And the Clippers miss again. Boston shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Brown the pass to Olynyk. And Thomas now, top of the key. A 3-ball. They shoot again. And Horford with the lay-in. Horford's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Celtics.
Yeah, now Horford really has become one of those elite two-way big men. And that's very rare. You look at most bigs in the NBA, they excel at either one end or the other, but this is one of those guys that does it all.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. It's been a hard-fought game, and he just wanted to give his guys a chance to catch their breath, saying, listen, we're right there. Let's make a push right here, put some pressure on them. Let's come out swinging. Kevin?
Green dishes to Olynyk. There's Thomas with the 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Crawford's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And Horford at 6'10", a natural power forward who's been pressed into duty at the center spot, but he holds his own on the low block.
He also does a really good job, Kevin, moving his feet and covering in space, covering the pick and roll. He's outstanding in that regard, which is important in today's game. He's got mobility and a high IQ.
There's Thomas with the 3. Kept alive by Boston.
Now, good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
Griffin's checked in for the Clippers. The Celtics also with a sub. Bradley's checked in. Green, the screen. Brown against Pierce. Horford kicks to Thomas. Inside, here's Green. Powered down with both hands.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Griffin passes to Pierce. It's stolen by Bradley. He dishes it to Thomas. Drills it from outside.
Defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Here's Jordan, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher, there's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
And it's going to be a 3-second call. Crowder is checked in for Brown. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Picked by Griffin. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's foul number 2 for him. Redick dishes to Pierce. Crowder with the steal.
That steal was a product of active hands and outstanding defensive awareness there.
Kept alive. Outside for Thomas. Fires the 3. Thomas with another miss.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Redick, a good look. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Here's Bradley. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Paul kicks to Griffin. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And now it's a 9-point Clipper lead.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range. So I'd have to agree with you, partner. And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Paul passes to Pierce. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Paul Pierce playing very well. He's got 13 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Celtics trail by 8. Thomas outside. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Paul. The Clippers have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Moving it up. Here's Thomas. They get it again. Horford dishes to Thomas. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball. Share the sugar.
Thomas against Paul. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots. The Clippers rebound. Griffin kicks to Jordan. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Jordan's got the lead up to 10 now for Los Angeles. From deep 3-point range, Isaiah Thomas, and that's good.
Just dialed in from the 3-point line in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they're putting a world of hurt on him with the triple.
And he commits the intentional foul.
You know, give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
Simply delaying the inevitable here, Greg. I mean, at this point, even if they miss the free throws, there's not enough time left.
And so he drops them both. It's a 9-point ball game here.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
The 3 misses. So the Clippers with the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit.
Thanks, Kevin. We'll play.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet. Chris Paul, he put up a new season high tonight. And if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before... And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure.